What's going on, guys? Today we got another video for you guys. Today we're gonna be reacting to how Lacy blew up, and this story is crazy. So hey, let's get straight into it.
Recently gone viral, but how did he manage
When
to
did
go
Lacy
from a
actually
pro-college
blow up like
to one of the
fully?
biggest streamers in the entire world in the matter of a single year, hanging out with the likes of Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, Jinxie,
That's
and
crazy.
Clicks?
It all happened so fast for Lacy though. Like out of everybody, he was like one of the fastest to grow.
And more importantly, did he sell his soul for the fame?
I'm doing a ritual.
What the fuck?
Lacy literally sold his soul, bro.
Well, in order to find out how
Didn't he
became
blow up
so
because of
successful,
Clicks? The only thing I know is that he like was a Clicks hater. Then Clicks blew him up and shit.
later in his career, we need to go back to his beginnings online, where at only the age of 17, in June of 2020, he would post his first YouTube video that would show off his early skill on Fortnite. And this video would gain little traction.
How old were y'all? How old were y'all in
Continue
2020?
creating
What the
Fortnite
fuck?
highlights and montages on YouTube for the time being.
2020,
He would
I
also stream
was
for the first time ever on May 26th of 2020.
9 or
This,
10.
however, would end up being the start of a quite sporadic streaming schedule over the next few years, as Lacy would only go live 38 times in 2021, averaging around 5 viewers.
It's crazy how shit happened so fast.
Starting to sound quite slow, and it begs the question of how exactly did Lacy eventually get so many high-level connections? Well, to start, Lacy would also be getting into competitive Fortnite as he tested the waters with social medias. And heading into 2022, Lacy would begin to compete, placing 297th in his first tournament ever. This placement was only the start, as he would continue to compete throughout the season, placing within the top.
Nah, I always try to like do the tournaments. We practice for like 3 hours and then I get like 10 points. I know y'all been through that shit too.
25 times, and even getting a 3rd place in an FNCS qualifier. Now, on top of this, Lacy would also get his first earnings in an Elite Cup. And throughout 2022, Lacy would also begin to stay consistent with his YouTube videos, and he would also begin to stream more and more, where he would begin to see growth. But in Lacy's last month of 2021, he would average only 8 viewers. But stark in contrast, in December of 2022, he would be averaging roughly 80 viewers. Now, many would think that this large growth across social media can be linked to his rise in the competitive Fortnite scene, and his consistency on
was he
all
good
fronts
at
of social
Fortnite?
media.
Like, how good was
But in
he?
reality, possibly the most important day in Lacy's career, or even life, had just happened on December 18th.
What happened?
Since there's little to no information on what exactly happened, I had to dig deep, scrolling for hours through posts during this time, until I got in contact with one of Lacy's close friends and business partners. So, big ups to him for
Drew,
this.
I know who
But
Drew
anyway,
is.
On this day, Lacy decided to donate hundreds of dollars to Clicks, using the TTS to trash talk him. And after a while of Lacy getting in Clicks' head, Clicks had enough, and he would end up calling Lacy on Discord.
What's good, pussy?
Yo,
Bro?
Fuck you, bitch!
Yo, are you being dead ass right now, Lacy?
Fuck you!
What? How old are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm 19. Scamming piece of shit.
How the fuck am I scamming pizza shit, you motherfucker?
All you do is scam your bitch,
Yo,
motherfucker! I wish I see you IRL, because you know what I would do?
Let me know what you would do, bro.
Holy fuck. I would walk up to you, right? I'd beat the
You are
absolute fuck out of you,
nervous.
and then I would
You are
curse on you in GTA, bro. You're my good little
I'm
bitch.
not your good little bitch. Stop
yo,
it.
that's actually so crazy though.
Yeah, I've cheated on 3 times. I'm not gonna sit here talking to a 17-year-old day. So you enjoy your day. You're a piece of shit, and we'll be in touch.
That's
After
actually
arguing for
so
a little while,
crazy.
Lacy had left the call, but Clicks and his chat thought that Lacy was absolutely hilarious. So little did they know, this would be the start of one of the biggest streamers in the world.
Clicks.
And a great friendship between him
Tell
and
Clicks come do it for
And
me.
in the following weeks, Lacy would continue
Hey.
to stream, but to an outsider, Lacy's growth just seemed like a result of consistency. But it was truly because of this connection with Clicks. And because Clicks liked Lacy, he would continue to have him on the streams quite frequently, which in turn continued to help Lacy grow. Now,
Yo,
on top of this,
that's
as Clicks
straight
got
luck.
to know Lacy more and more, he learned that Lacy was living in a college dorm, and he couldn't really be loud because of this. And this obviously was a huge hindrance to his ability to stream. So, since the Fortnite servers had recently moved to Texas, Clicks convinced Lacy to move there with him.
Yo,
And
that's
it's super crazy
actually
to think
so
about the
lucky.
amount of
Oh my
confidence
god.
Lacy had in himself during
Clicks
this
is
time,
low
because
key
he
a
had just
real
dropped out of
one.
college to take a chance on content. So for a few months, Lacy would live in a less than ideal apartment, but at least now he was able to be louder and not have to contain himself as much. And as Lacy and
That's one
Clicks
of the
continued to
biggest-
become great friends.
Y'all don't know it, but that's one of the biggest like features in like streaming, being able to scream and shit.
Lacy would soon move into the same building as Clicks, and it was around this time when he would begin to appear in person, with Clicks quite frequently on stream. Now, Clicks would begin to have a segment on his streams where he would spin a wheel, and you would have to do the activity that the wheel landed on. So this was a great way for Lacy to be seen by a wider audience, and the audience began to love him for his hilarious moments on and off Clicks' stream.
Hey, pop off my I'm trying to order McDonald's. Can I please do a large high C? 2 double cheeseburgers.
God damn.
Yep, a 20-piece nugget.
God.
Celery.
Can he ever do anything right?
This is what when he goes in phase.
Over the next 5 months, Lacy would continue to grow, and in May of 2023, Lacy would average roughly 1,000 viewers. This was a huge milestone in his career, and it's truly crazy to believe how quickly Lacy went from averaging just 10 viewers the year prior to 1,000. And still, this would only foreshadow his future. But anyways, as Lacy would continue to grind, all of his socials would continue to grow, along with his Fortnite tournament placements, as he would also begin to duo with Jivy in May. And throughout summer, they would earn on multiple occasions. And because of this, his viewers now not only recognized him as an entertaining streamer, but also a semi-pro in Fortnite. And all these new viewers and his association with Clicks helped him to establish quite the large
Clicks really-
audience that only
damn,
expanded
Clicks
when
changed
in
his
June
life.
and July, his YouTube would begin to pick up significant traction. Now, this traction came largely from the fact that Lacy would do a subathon on Twitch, which basically means that the streamer will stay live as long as people keep subscribing to them. So, Lacy would be live for 14 days straight, and he would have tons of donations. But one
Yo.
specific donator would send $2,500 and demand Lacy to shave his head and eyebrows. Now,
I would
since this
never
was a
do
lot of
that,
money,
though.
Lacy would do it, but unbeknownst to him, the donator would simply refund the money.
Oh my
leaving Lacy
God.
looking questionable, to say the
That's
least.
messed up,
And
bro.
many popular figures, especially on Twitter, would make tweets to bring awareness to this, with Jake Lucky being the most notable.
He ended up charging back all $2,500 that he sent me. And this led to people like Jake Lucky and Dexerto picking up the story and making tweets and articles.
Y'all doing that for 2,500? I'm not even doing that for 10K, to be honest. That's crazy.
W Jake Sucky, bro! He tweeted!
Besides this tragic event, he would have lots of other great moments on the stream, and he would end up making a video about the stream, which racked up over 200,000 views on his YouTube channel. Now, this video began to show him just how important YouTube truly was, and he would figure out a formula for his videos that would help him produce many videos with
Damn,
hundreds
bro.
of thousands of views, while still staying consistent with his streams. Now, during this time, Lacy would build many connections with many other popular Fortnite YouTubers and creators in this space, with CypherPK being the most notable from this time period. Now, for the most part, Lacy would just continue to grind out his social medias, and it was paying off, especially on his Twitch, because he would now be averaging over 2,500 viewers in November.
That's
And
crazy.
as he continued to dial in, he became great friends with Clicks. And since the two were growing so rapidly and having crazy issues with fans finding their living location, they would decide to move in together and relocate. So December of 2023 would truly be the point in which Lacy would build the foundation for his upcoming success. And to kick off the new year, Lacy would post a video where he 1v1 Jinxie, and of course he streamed this as well. Now, this would be the first of his big connections, and he wouldn't stop here, because he would also do an e-date with a close friend, and this would pick up some serious traction.
Bro,
Because he saw the success of the
gooners
stream,
just be going right when they see girls. If you guys want to blow up, just get a girl. You'll get so much
This is
views.
quite
Just
important
fucking
to remember,
gooners.
Because this would also be the point at which Lacy, for the most part, had stopped posting Fortnite videos, and he had begun to transition to more IRL types of streams. Because after a few more streams in his
That was in
battles
June,
that
right?
involved his viewers in challenges or e-dates, he would take a trip to LA with Clicks and Ron, who he had also become very close friends with. Now, together they would have some entertaining IRL streams.
The
And
Smack,
since
the
Ron
Brandley
was
Martin
partnered with
Smack.
FaZe at the time, he was able to get them access to record and stream in the FaZe warehouse, which gave their stream a super high quality. Now, Lacy saw this opportunity, and he seized it, because he would host a blind date that would average over 12,000 viewers. And he would also do a stream with his blind date winner, where he would be coached by Clicks, and this would average over 15,000 live viewers. Then, when he went back to Dallas, he would keep on the pressure by hosting an e-date with Jinxie, which brought in over 23,000 live viewers. Now, this would be around the point where he realized that
Sky
many people
Bree.
liked him more for his personality than his gaming skills. So he would continue to reach out to other popular figures. But because he had his roots in Fortnite, FNCS Grand Finals was coming up shortly. So he'd only spend a few weeks streaming and posting Fortnite videos. But this only confirmed what he already thought, because his viewers were lower than his IRL streams.
Oh my.
So this gave him all the confirmation he needed. And as soon as FNCS was over, he was able to land an E-date with Kai Cenat. And this E-date would bring in over 20,000 live viewers. And this would help funnel even more viewers.
Wow.
Then something totally
Aiden
unexpected
Ross
would happen. When Aiden Ross talked about Lacy on his stream and connected with Lacy. Now, Aiden Ross, if you don't know, is one of the biggest streamers of all time. And he's also managed to create his own empire. And he basically invited Lacy in. He
Aiden
saw
Ross,
potential in
the
Lacy,
king,
and
like,
Lacy
of streaming.
absolutely
He started
jumped on
everything.
this opportunity. Because on the 6th of March, Lacy would fly right down to Miami, which is where Aiden Ross is located. And in Miami, he would first connect with an up-and-coming hip-hop artist and freestyler named Save AJ. This
the
stream
fuck
would
is
have
that?
over 10,000 live viewers. Then, over the next few days, Lacy would stream from Aiden's warehouse and appear in his streams quite frequently, with all of these streams having at least 8,000 viewers. And from here, he would connect with Darla Claire, who rose in popularity 2 years ago at the hands
Oh
of
my
Chris.
god, I
And
know
if
who
you
that
know how all
is.
that
She
went down,
fucking
you know.
messed up
But anyways,
Lacy.
Lacy would do multiple streams with her, all of which pulling in over 15,000 viewers. And this move of
Girls,
streaming with
bro.
Darla was perfect because it helped to bridge his old Fortnite audience with his newly acquired IRL audience. So when he saw the success with Darla, he would continue to include her in his streams. And after a few dates and cooking streams with her, cliques would end up coming down to Miami, where they would mess around and attempt a camping stream. However, they realized they could do the camping idea much better. So as they prepped that idea in the background, Lacy would do a 2v2 cooking stream with Darla against Clix and Sadie McKenna,
Who's
a very
Sadie?
popular TikTok creator right now. Now, this stream would pull in over 50,000 live
God
views.
damn!
And this absurd rise
That's
that
some, like,
Lacy had just gone
Kai
on
level.
had been unprecedented, and many people had begun to talk about it. And personally, I feel like I'm watching Aiden Ross's blow up again. But this time, obviously, it's Lacy. And it's truly crazy to see how quickly he's rising.
How did
And I
Aiden
think
Ross
he might have been
blow
slowed
up?
down, but
Y'all want a
then
video
he
on
would
that
do
one?
A 24-hour camping stream with Clix. Now, this could have possibly been the best thing to do in his situation at this moment in his career, because just spending time on stream is all his viewers wanted and all he really needed to keep progressing. So Clix and Lacy would basically mess around the whole stream, entertaining over 40,000 viewers for almost a whole day. Now,
Who's bigger,
unfortunately,
Lacy
they
or
would end up cutting the
Clix?
stream short when Lacy badly injured his knee. So hopefully that will all heal quickly. But just
Oh,
looking back
God,
and
that- I
thinking
can
about each
know
step
that shit
Lacy took
hurt.
to get to the top is kind of wild because he made the right move every time. Now, the speed at which he surpassed streamers around him is crazy, and the fact that he's been able to build connections with almost the entire social media industry is truly remarkable. And for any other streamers trying their best to pop off right now, honestly, just reflecting on Lacy's route to the top is probably the best thing for learning how to leverage connections and make the best content possible. But anyways, from where Lacy is now, it's hard to say where he will go and what exactly he will do. However, we do know that he's going to be buying a house in Miami, where Ron, Jason, and Clix will be moving in. to
Now
make
that's
content
old.
Together. And I could totally see this content house taking over the streaming space, but only time will tell. And just like Lacy's absurd
Damn.
streaming takeover, you can see how others did the exact same.
Crazy how what happened, bro. A W video though, W video, hey. This shit is crazy how fast he blew up, you know, everything that happened. Like Clicks like saved him, bro. He was averaging 10 viewers, Clicks came in, made him average 20K now. I don't know. I think Ron is still more famous. Or who's more famous, Clicks or Lacy? Imagine Clicks bring him up and he's less famous. Hey though, Lacy deserves it. He's funny as fuck, bro. Hey, that's gonna be the video. I'm gonna see y'all in another one. Peace.